girls, it's Amy. I'm going to share a little bit with you about follow-up and share my customer binder with you and how I organize it. Follow-up is super duper duper important. You will hear many presenters say fortune is in the follow-up, and it really, really is. You should be somehow tracking every single order, every single customer that comes through your website. This is about relationship building and customer service more so than sales and selling. Excuse me. And if a customer has an issue with a product and you have not followed up with them and their 14-day Love It guarantee is now expired, that's on you. You have a very unhappy customer and potentially could lose a customer because of that issue. So it's very important for you to find a way to track your orders. So this is my binder. I'm going to share it with you. I have mine organized by months here. So each month has a tab. I tried alphabetizing it and keeping them in order that way. It just didn't work for me. I tried a spreadsheet on the computer. That didn't really work for me. So this way is the best way for me to keep things organized as far as like a time frame. More so, to me, that's more important than alphabetizing and keeping things in order that way. So at the very, very front, you will see this is current orders that have been recently placed, and then orders that will be up for delivery within the next few days that I am tracking, sending messages. So if you don't know how to track when a package is delivered, then you need to go back and rewatch April's back office video, or just play around in your back office, because if you go to the order section, click on the order number, it'll show you the order, and then there's like track progress or show progress or something. It'll take you to the tracking screen. So I just told you, even though I said I wasn't going to. Okay, so again, on the front is recent orders. So once the tracking has been updated, I will write the delivery date. And then that way I know to give them 1 or 2 days, 3 days, I use the number 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Gives them a couple days to try it out, and then I'll send a message, hey, I see your package, your order was delivered. I'm just checking in to make sure everything's okay and everything was delivered as to be expected. What do you think? Always end in a question. So depending on their response, if they say everything was great, can't wait to try it some more, or then I will pencil it, and then I'll mark down. I also have a calendar that I keep track of for follow-up. And then 2 weeks later, I will follow up with them again. Hey, just checking in. How are you still loving that mascara? How are things going with that foundation? Are you still happy with the color? Again, depending on their response. If they have some kind of issue or complaint, maybe they're having an issue, a lip stain, and they're not getting it work, it's just not staying. I will give them some tips and tricks, some little troubleshooting, and then I will write that here, having trouble with lip stain, staying on for more than an hour. Sent tips and tricks. And then always the date, and how I message them. Some people do email, some do Facebook Messenger. So I will write Facebook Messenger, email, text, however I'm tracking the person. And then, follow up with them again. How are those tips and tricks? How are you doing with that? Wonderful. If everything's fine and dandy, those are the easy ones. Of course, hey, I'd love to help you earn some free makeup. How about we work on that together? Offer them a party, offer them the opportunity. Okay, so they've done their 2 days, 2 weeks, and everything. If everything's hunky-dory, then I will take them and I will move them back 2 months. So currently we're in November. So if they ordered in November and everything is hunky-dory, then I will move them back to February. And then once February comes, I will flip to February, and then these are all the people that I would then need to follow up in the month of February. I'm a little behind on my follow-up, so nobody is there yet, because I just had a lot of orders placed this weekend that I'm working on. So 2 months later, I will just simply state, hey, checking in on you, making sure everything is okay. Do you need anything? Do you need help with anything? Something just very simple, very sweet, nothing too long, drawn out, always end in a question. And that is pretty much how I follow up with my customers. If at that 2-month mark they say, oh no, everything's fine, I'm good, I'll move them back again 2 months. And then the same thing, just checking in, how are things going? And that's really pretty much it, easy peasy. I do have a section in here that I've kind of marked with that have not really responded to any of my messages, emails. So I don't get rid of their customer sheet because sometimes they have out of the blue just reordered, ignored all attempts at communication, and they still order again. So I do believe that this sheet that I am using, my customer info sheet, is in the file section on our team page. I will double check that, and if it's not, I will re-add it. You could just use a regular sheet of paper. I mean, really all of these sheets have is a place to put their name, their address, phone number, email. There's if they've hosted a party, and then I also will track their rewards, and then any rewards that are used. So that way, because I have a couple girls that are coming up, their rewards are about to expire. So I will send them a message and just say, hey, I'm still showing, and they could have ordered through another presenter, but I will say, I'm still showing that you have $30 in YCash. It's set to expire at the end of March, whatever. So I like to keep track of that for them because there's no other way for us to track their YCash. It's in their account. And then at the bottom, items purchased, I will write the date that they purchased, if it was through a party, the name of the hostess, and then the items that they have purchased. I don't really pay attention to this section over here. It says gift herself. So you really could just do that on a clean sheet of paper. I think Sherry Brown still uses just like index cards. Similar thing. I'm not sure how she organizes it, if it's alphabetically or by date, but I'm sure it's the same amount of information. So that is customer follow-up and customer organization in a nutshell. You don't have to do it this way, but you do need a system, something that is working for you. So thanks, girls.